What is going on with everybody? It is your boy Eric, aka Young God, coming to you live in the Green Dungeon, giving it to you real raw rugged. And we have two people on the other line. I'm gonna let them introduce themselves, man. Who do we have?
Hey, I'm Shelby, and this is my brother Sandy.
Hey, I'm Sandy.
Hey, man. How you doing, Sandy?
Doing well.
How you guys doing today, man?
Doing great. We're just painting right now.
Yeah, you're here in our studio, in our art studio in downtown right now.
Yeah, I feel really bad interrupting you guys during your painting session.
Yeah, you should.
I feel horrible. I see you had the glove. I see you had the gloves on. I was like, oh, I'm interrupting the painting session, man.
You know what? It's around the clock, and we find that for sure the best time to work is the hours after midnight. Then no calls, no texts, no emails, no distractions. We can just get in the zone.
3 a.m. is when we do some of our best work, for sure.
Is there anything that, like, I guess is like your number one distraction that keeps you from doing paintings that, like, you just really want to, like, X out?
Yeah, well, Sandy, for sure, for Sandy, he likes to read on his phone a lot, you know? So, like, I don't know. He puts his phone away. Like, he doesn't have it near him.
Yeah, I have to toss it to the other side of the room.
For me, it's phone calls. Because I get them all day long, and I always answer. Somebody calls me, I'm going to pick it up. Because I feel like if it's a text, I'm not good at responding to text. Because a text isn't an emergency.
Yeah.
A phone call, if somebody's calling the phone, they need to get a hold and they need to talk about something. And I'll always pick up a call. And so I think I got some people that abuse that.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm pretty sure people now like, oh, he's going to answer the phone call, so I'm just calling anyway, and it's really calling about nothing.
Mom is a big one. You know,
definitely, yeah. Definitely.
Always pick up mom's call.
No, that's interesting because I guess to kind of take it back a little bit on how I discovered you guys, I don't even remember exactly how, but just I found you guys' page, and you guys do really, really good work. So I just want to compliment you guys for it's just really interesting things. I think actually I found you guys through the piece that you did for Chief Keef. That's how I think I found you guys. Cool. I thought that was a really, really cool piece. So, I was looking at a lot of you guys' interviews. I like to think of myself as a top-tier journalist. So I watched all you guys' interviews and whatnot, and I know that you guys basically try to make your art look like a 3D rendering or a digital, art or whatnot. And I was curious what made you guys want to start that type of style?
I think it was an evolution. Like Sandy and I both separately have all, we're brothers, so we grew up doing artwork together our whole lives, and I wouldn't say we necessarily like specialized in different things, but definitely like Sandy will tell you, he's really good at like pen and paper, right? And I always like to build things, let's say more like hands-on, like physical building, and I don't know, like 5 years ago we just started for fun working together, and it very quickly turned very professional. So it was like my skills and his skills combined, I don't know, just started turning into what it is now.
And it's interesting because I went to a school of arts, and something I realized about people who are really serious about the arts, so it was music, creative writing, dancing, visual arts, all type of arts at the school. And the thing that I realized about a lot of these people who are really, really into these arts is that they usually have eccentric minds. So the people that are really good and really into it, I don't know, it'd probably be a little weird to say you have an eccentric mind, but do you get that a lot? Like people will say like, oh, you're different, or is that something that you don't really hear a lot?
I know we're different.
Okay.
Yeah. But everybody's different. I mean, that's not really fair, right?
Of course. When I go to these,
everybody's got weird.
Yeah, definitely.
Different. But for sure, if you have like a normal baseline of a human being, there are more parts of us that are eccentric. Yeah, eccentric. Sure. More one way.
Yeah, definitely. Because I feel like when you go to like music, some of the best people in music of all time, they are considered like interesting people. They have crazy backgrounds. They're either weirdos or they're just a lot of things going on. So I was curious, are you guys into anything else outside of art that people would probably consider an eccentric or just a odd thing?
For sure. I mean, it's a lot of it has to do with art. I like to like sew a lot. Right? I'm really into like.
But that's not very eccentric.
No, it's not. shit, I gotta think of something eccentric.
Like
we don't sleep a lot. That's pretty weird. And we something that Sandy and I have that we share is a probably an overly dedicated ability to work on something to a degree that's crazy. Like
well, that goes back to what you were saying with making the painting look digital. Is that Shelby and I knew that we wanted to kind of have this style of painting, but as time went on, it developed into us trying to perfect more and more every painting, and we still want to keep going and learning different techniques and building off of it, so that I don't know, we want the end product to look almost like a machine made it, and that's just the stage we're in right now. Maybe we'll do more abstract paintings later, but right now we really like making these like extremely clean paintings.
Do you guys know how to make like digital art?
Yeah.
Like, can we do digital art?
Yeah, like are you are you trained, not trained, but like are you experienced to know how to do that?
Yeah.
Sandy went to art school.
I went to college at USC. Shelby went there too, and my major was in painting and design. So there was definitely painting classes, but then also design classes, Photoshop and the programs.
Well, I have a friend who's an artist, and for whatever reason, he's really like not into people going to school for visual arts. He thinks it's like a waste of time. So for you,
a lot of the stuff definitely I learned on my own.
Okay.
And I like bought myself a pen tablet, or I would like watch YouTube tutorials on how to do things. And a lot of the art is on your own, but I think that high school, college is good for meeting people and making connections and just having experiences.
100%.
Because I could definitely sit in my room and draw all day, and that's good. But going to class and meeting people, down the line, somebody might want a painting one day, or somebody might be working at a company where they have an idea where they could,
I think college is a lot of learning skills that you don't know that you're learning.
It's a lot to going up to class on time, like being dedicated to whatever the test is, studying and passing a test or a class. It teaches you like how to manage your time and how to focus on something.
No, that's what I'm learning. Like just being in like just the industry, just any type of industry, networking is like number one. Like if you don't network, you probably won't get a lot of places, because networking can get you sponsorships, it can get you, like you said, customers. So
Sure.
Yeah, like did you learn how to network in college, or was that a previous thing, or a thing you learned after college?
Networking is the same thing as making friends. So I think, if at any point in your life, if you're surrounded by people on the playground when you're a kid, in elementary school, and, you say what up to the guy next to you and you're like, yo, let's go throw rocks at that wall over there. That's your buddy and you just networked.
I feel
That's
like
the thing as a grown-up,
yeah.
Going to a party and you're talking to people and somebody introduces you to somebody else, you click, or they say something that you're, oh, I work here, or I know somebody that works there, and then you say, let me get your number, I'll hit you up, and I'd like to explore that, relationship. It's the same thing.
I feel like what a lot of people miss though with that, when you compare it to like friendships, like a friendship and a business relationship could be two completely different things. So somebody could see another human and be like, oh, I don't want to talk to him, he's weird, he's this and that, but not realizing they could bring you like crazy business ventures. So is that something that you had to learn, to like always not looking for a friendship and it could just like remain business?
I think Sandy and I just we both like people.
Right?
Like man, it takes a whole lot for me to look at somebody and be like, I'm not interested in talking to that person.
Okay.
If that's how I feel about that person, I would guess that person wouldn't offer me much anyway, and I wouldn't be interested even if they had a lot to offer.
Yeah, no, we like all different.
There's mostly good out there.
Yeah.
Mostly good. And if people are weird, that's fine. There's a lot of weird out there. And I think with the most important thing when you're talking about like a business and working and everything like that, it really is like the dedication, because you can't fake that. Right? So like your buddy's saying that he doesn't understand like how school helps you for like digital design, I can understand that, because if you're not interested in learning how to use Photoshop, you are not going to learn it in a classroom.
Yeah.
Like, that is not going to happen. Teachers talking about, okay, then you click here, and this is where the brushes tools are. You're like, later, I'm not listening to any of this. That's a waste of time. But if you genuinely care, and you're most likely learning Photoshop on your own outside of class, and then the class is a supplement. It's to help you get better at it, right? So, like, if on your own you've already learned where the brush tools are and the teacher's talking about it, then you can raise your hand and be like, hey, I have a very specific question about the brush tools. And they're like, boom, we can help you with that. I think that's what classroom school is good with. So, like, all of college is really good with networking. I'd say, like, that's the overall thing. The classroom part is really good at supplementing something that you already care about yourself.
No, I would agree. And I guess kind of piggybacking off of just like good, I do feel like a lot of people, definitely in 2019, like to focus on negatives for whatever reason and try not to like focus on the positives. And there's a lot of positives out there. One positive thing I've realized, excuse me, is your gold. I like your gold. You got the permanent gold tooth, and I'm from Florida. I'm from Florida, and that's like a thing in Florida. Like, everybody has like permanent gold teeth or whatnot. But one drawback that I do know that I have to ask you about, I know a lot of people with permanent gold teeth, and it's very easy for your breath to get super stank when you got that permanent gold teeth in. It gets like really weird. So do you have any like advice for people? Because I know a lot of people in my family with permanent gold teeth, and I'm like, hey, just close your mouth, man. Just you're getting a little too close.
Their breath stinks?
Yeah, because like the gold tooth, I don't know.
My breath probably stinks.
Oh.
I don't know.
It stunk before the tooth.
I'm married, so I'm good with the girls. I'm done with that. And my brother has to be around me, so I don't care what he says.
You know what, though? That's interesting that you say that it's lots of real gold teeth, because I feel like, I don't know, a lot of people do a cap or like a grill here. And Shelby, he wanted to go full real gold tooth, but he also needed it.
I didn't need gold, but I did. I cracked my tooth and I needed to get it redone.
Oh, okay.
And so I took that opportunity to do it gold because I thought it'd be fun. The dentist was really excited about it because he was like, I haven't done gold in a really long, like decades.
Yeah,
and he's like, why do you want gold? And I said, because I think it'll look cool. And he was like, oh, perfect. Like, as long as you realize that it's like not going to help.
Yeah.
Like, it's not better than porcelain. I was like, yeah, I want gold. And that was it.
So were you like, I guess, pleased with the outcome?
Yeah, I'm gonna be an old grandpa with the gold tooth.
No, that's fire. That's fire. I always think about that. Like, I always think about like old people with like golds or old people with tattoos and stuff.
I wouldn't yank a tooth out of my head and put a gold one in. Like, it was a circumstance where I needed it. I needed the tooth, and I thought I'll go gold.
You definitely took a deep breath after you got it. And you're like, okay, this is
for sure.
You know, it's like, I don't know, getting a tattoo or something. You're like, all right, I got this forever now.
Yeah.
Would you get one?
You get used to it.
Would Sandy get a gold tooth?
Yeah, would you get one?
No. I mean, maybe if, like Shelby, if something happened, maybe I would choose gold, but I don't think I'd yank one out and put one in. I wear a gold earring all the time. I don't really take that out ever. And I think Shelby and he likes the gold tooth, I like the gold earring. We like wearing black and white, just kind of to have like a look. We like to have our own look.
Yeah, I was going to ask about like the minimal color or whatnot. I seen you guys talking about that and how like one day you just decided to do that. Like, what exactly, I guess, made you want to go for the minimal look?
I don't think there was any like exact turning point, but I think that
Sandy did it first.
Yeah, I just started.
Slowly.
I threw away all my clothes.
Only
over
bought
time,
black.
and then only started buying black clothes, and it's just Shelby and I deal with colors all day. We have to think about what colors to use, what colors to paint, and everything. And it's so nice to not have to think about what colors we're gonna wear. We just remember, like in a cartoon, where the character would open up his closet and it'd just be all the same green shirts, all the same blue pants. That's kind of how it is for us, and it makes it so easy to just put on the same thing. Plus, a lot of the times,
it's very nice.
We get paint on everything too. So
it's just two piles of clothes.
So it's so much easier to buy 10 black shirts.
One's covered in paint and the other's fresh.
Yeah. We buy 10 black shirts, 10 black pants, and then when paint gets on one of them, we'll cut it up and turn it into a rag and then move on.
Is it ever like an awkward moment, like on Christmas or your birthday, or like a family member, or anybody just like bring you clothes and it's like colorful and it's like, I don't wear colorful clothes, and it's just like, how does that go?
Yeah, everyone's pretty on board with how we dress nowadays.
So everybody knows for sure not to buy.
We got brothers and friends, and hold on one second. We got brothers and friends that would take our colorful clothes off.
He's here. All right. Okay. Can I pause real fast and let a buddy in really quick?
Yeah, for sure.
Olive green jacket. I'm not buying it.
It just makes it easier.
It's just not happening. It's like finding something in the wrong size. It's like it's really cool, but it's not going to work.
Okay.
And it narrows it all down.
Yeah.
Makes it very nice.
Yeah, definitely sad to hear you don't have any colorful clothes left. I was definitely gonna say hit your boy up, man, but no more clothes. But it was something very interesting about clothes that I seen you guys had the hoodies and the shirts and things like that. I was curious, like, was that still for sale or like how did that go?
We have had a few releases. We do them super limited, both time and quantity.
Okay.
And we don't. It's all testing stuff, right? So like, we're not a merch company. By no means are we going to step into that, or are we interested in that? But we're interested in parts of that.
Okay.
Right? Part of the creation of it, like a lot of the stuff we've done ourselves. Like a lot of the pieces, people might not even know that, but a lot of like the printings and the embroidery and stuff we've done physically ourselves on those pieces.
Yeah.
So it's all special. Anytime we come out with something, there's a reason for it, and it's very special.
Like, when was the last time you guys, I guess, put them on sale?
Probably those hoodies, right?
The hoodies
and that was a while ago.
Yeah, the hoodies is the last time we did it for sale, and then but we came out with a sweatshirt for an art show we had in Hong Kong, and those were not for sale.
Yeah, we've done some not for sale things.
More not for sale.
Sure, friends and family things.
Yeah, we'll make like a limited quantity of something. We've done that way more times than we've sold stuff.
Okay. And like I said, you guys do a lot of cool things like drawings, and you even meet cool people. Like you met somebody that played on my favorite football team, one of the Bennett brothers. And I was just curious, like, he seemed like a really nice guy, Martellus Bennett. I think you met Martellus Bennett, right? The big football player. Yeah, he seemed like a really nice guy, and I was just wanted, like, how was that interaction with him? Because he seems like a really nice, cool guy.
He is an absolute sweetheart. Yeah, we hung with him many times. One time it was really funny. We took him to our favorite restaurant.
Yeah, we said, okay, we're about to take you to our favorite restaurant ever.
And he hated it. we took him to, it's called Nate and Al's, and it's a Jewish deli in Beverly Hills. We grew up going to it. Our mom took us, we love
delis.
Since we were little, we love delis, dude. Corned beef sandwich is like one of the possibly eat. Anyway, we took Marty there. First of all, it was made in like the 1920s, and they've never changed the tables. And he's a huge dude. He's like 6'6" or something like that.
Yeah.
He barely fit in the table. I mean, he was all jammed up. And I don't think he'd ever eaten a pickle in his life. And they bring the pickles to the table, and he's like, man, I hate pickles. Rye bread is disgusting.
Yeah, didn't you just want a steak or something?
Yeah, we were laughing so hard. He got like steak and eggs, and he's like, this is terrible, man. We were like, this is great. It's going to your favorite restaurant, you kind of want one of two reactions. You want the person to either agree that this is the best thing ever, or do what he did, which is be like, well, you guys are crazy.
You don't want somebody that, like, struggling, like, do you like it? Are you sure you like it?
No.
Nah, you either want someone to be like, I love this place, or this place is...
It was hilarious.
Yeah, whack.
Well, no, while I was telling your brother off camera that I'm coming to LA soon, and I definitely need some good restaurants. So is there any other restaurants that I need to go to?
Oh, there's so many. LA is a mecca.
We like Nate and Al's, and then here in downtown we like Bottega Louie.
What's that?
I think it's one of the most Yelp places ever or something.
Okay.
But it's Italian. It's just big and fun. Easy.
Oh, there's so many.
Well, there's some.
Well, offline we'll give you some more.
Okay. And yeah, one of the questions I want to talk about to wrap it up, because I seen you guys also mention this, and it was about sometimes like knowing, like trusting yourself so much that you'll work on an art piece for so long, like for a whole day, and then you'll look at it and be like, you know what, this isn't it. We just have to stretch it. So I was curious, How frustrating is that, and how often does that happen? Because I know how frustrating it has to be to love something and then just be like, this isn't it.
It's striving for excellence, so it's part of the game, and you have to be prepared that can happen anytime. And how frustrating is it? It's horrible, man.
But the more you scratch projects, the more you get used to it.
Really? It sucks every time, though.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna.
But you and I do a lot of pre-work so that we try to prevent the
right.
A project.
If something does not work out the way we wanted it to, and it's not for a positive outcome, it is rare now. But it happens.
And then we also learn something from that. Plus, Shelby and I like to, put in 100% on everything we do. So if something, which is rare, doesn't go right, then we say, well, we tried our best. But we have each other, so we bounce the ideas back and forth. We'll plan something, and it usually,
That's another thing that we do a lot too. Is I'll come to Sandy with an idea, I've been working out for a whole day.
Yeah.
And I'll explain it to him, and he'll say that idea is terrible, and that's something that you have to. It's very good. It's very healthy because I trust Sandy, more than myself most times. And vice versa. And so I think it's important that we have each other to bounce ideas off of and be able to tell each other honestly if it's very good or needs work or not good at all.
From somebody who also creates content, I've definitely been to people who be like, hey, do you think this is funny? Do you think this is good? And they're like, nah. Yeah. And even though you might trust that person, I know deep down inside sometimes you're like, you just don't understand it. Do you ever disagree and just do you just accept okay, this isn't good, or do you try to argue your point sometimes?
100%. It's very we're very good about talking it through.
Okay.
So if there's a reason if there's a reason that it's not good and the other party believes it still is good, then the one who's saying it's not good has to say why.
Yeah.
That's between Shelby and I. An outsider, maybe we'd ask for an opinion, but that's not going to be a deciding factor.
Right.
Okay. But when it comes down to Shelby and I deciding on something, we'll have a mini debate or something.
Yeah.
Why something should be red and not blue.
Yeah.
And then whoever's more passionate and has the
there's always a winner.
Better idea.
If there's a disagreement or we disagree on a point, there's always a winner.
And as we were saying before, we gave it all to discussing why it should be that way. So, if at the end it wasn't maybe perfect, at least we tried to figure out the best way to do it.
Is there any paintings you guys scratched that still to this day that you kind of go back to, should we revive this? Or no, they're just all gone?
No way.
Once a painting's finished, it's completely finished, and we don't ever touch it again. It doesn't leave the floor until it's done.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
if anything, it's a timestamp. And Shelby and I like looking back at old paintings and being like, oh, I remember how we used to do that. And
we like every single painting we've ever done. If we didn't like it, we wouldn't do it in the first place.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we put full effort into every single one, even small or big, whatever it is. It's always the same amount.
Okay. And I would, of course, be remiss, I don't know how I forget to ask this, on how did the Chief Keef painting even come about?
Say that again?
I said I would be even remiss to ask this question, if I didn't ask this question, excuse me, how did the Chief Keef painting even come about?
He, like a lot of things, we've worked with a lot of celebrities, and it's always, most of them reach out directly. Sometimes a manager will reach out. Sometimes it's through email. Sometimes it's through a DM. Chief Keef was a DM. He just hit us up and said...
That's so... Yeah, it's so special.
Everybody's reachable.
Yeah, it's crazy and special that these days you can just DM somebody.
Yeah.
He can DM us and we can just start talking.
So obviously we liked his music a lot. You
Yeah.
know, admirers of his work for a long time, and so we knew who he was. We didn't have to look him up. Sometimes somebody will hit you up and you got to look him up. Even if you've got 1.5 million followers, you're like, who is this person? But anyway, Chief Keef we knew right away, and we were admirers of his work, so we were honored that he liked ours.
Yeah.
And he told us what he wanted, and we made it. We did a nice big one for him, and he is so fun. We like him a lot.
Yeah, he's sick. We like him a lot.
Very, very, very good guy.
He's very friendly. artistic.
Yeah, he does art too. He's great. Chief Keef is number one.
Shout out to Chief Keef Sosa, man. Is there anything else you have to say before we get out of here?
Thank you for having us.
Always, thank you.
Of course.
And I hope anybody listening just work really hard and find something you like doing, because that's the best thing you can do, I think, is spending your time working on things you care about.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, for the people watching right now, I just want to say what I mean what I say. Haters gonna hate, players gonna play, and holler at your boy.